And I knew that he was going to win this fight. His confidence was outrageous for this fight. And he even told, I don't know if you saw, he told
Brandon Marshall.
Brandon Marshall. He was like, how much would you bet on yourself to win this fight? He was like, I would bet my life on it. Bro, he's telling his friends like he would bet his life on it. Like, he's not losing this fight. I don't give a fuck. He's not losing this fight.
Yeah. Before the fight, I was just thinking, I was like, bro, this has to be Izzy's best performance of his life. It has to be. It's just so cool to see that shit, bro. And like, you see somebody lose, and then he comes back and wins like that.
3 times, bro. Got knocked out twice.
Yeah.
And you overcome that mindset and come back and knock him the fuck out, bro.
So cool.
And he even said, what if I butcher this guy? Yeah. What if I do it better than he's ever done? And he did.
Welcome to the False Nine Podcast with episode 127. It's Easter, and we're here. Zach's here. Clearly, we both don't believe in God because we're recording this.
I believe in God.
No, I'm playing. I know. I was trying to be funny. That wasn't funny. That was too far. But we're here recording on Easter.
Is that fucked up?
Is it? Is it?
I don't think so.
I mean, we don't really do much for Easter. I know I used to go to church and stuff, but that kind of stopped.
Yeah.
So, do you usually do anything for Easter?
No. I just hung out with my mom and my stepdad.
Yeah. Like, let's say if you were to have your kids, like, do you?
Yeah, I would do like an Easter egg hunt and stuff like that with my kids. But when I don't have them, I'm obviously
okay. Cool.
I don't really care about any holiday.
Damn.
If I don't have my kids.
Oh.
Because I don't have any family.
Yeah, makes sense.
So it's just my kids or nothing. Yeah.
It's kind of sad saying that, bro. Anyways, we're here. We are really just going to do a UFC 287 recap. 287, episode 127, correlation. And we're just going to basically talk about the fights and how they win and just how we feel about it. And that'll be it. Hopefully, you guys enjoy that. I also want to say thank you for the views that we've had on the last 2 episodes. The actual episodes, also thankful for the views that we get on shorts. But lately, we've been focusing on making this content better as far as the podcast. That's why we got 3 cameras. Yep. And that's why, we're trying to put out that as the best content. So it looks like it's working. Hopefully, we'll slowly and surely keep growing. We know that you guys like this UFC content, even though we got a lot of haters. But numbers don't lie. We got the views and we got the watch time and all that thing. So we're going to keep it up. And let's start off. Oh, before we get into that, I did want to say this quick story. The story I have for
Mexicans.
Yeah, not Mexican. The way you said it, bro.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's a story that it's a thing, a tradition they do during Easter or the day of.
I think it is the day of resurrection, though.
But anyways, there's a story that they do, I think, and it's only from my understanding when my grandma was telling the story, it's something they only do like in that town. So it's like something that would have been done only in like Belmead or Waco or Hewitt. Yeah. It's only something they do in their town. So on this day, they go and they get together and they hang a chicken. And they they hang the chicken, I think, upside down. Yeah, it is upside down. They hang it by the feet, but then they also have a rope on its neck. And you got to try what is it called? When you have a rope and you try to do this?
Fuck, what's it called?
I don't know, but they have a rope and they try and basically grab the neck and then you have to pull off the head of the chicken.
While it's alive?
While it's alive, yeah. And they do it for pure entertainment purposes. And this is a tradition that they do. So if the winner or the person that gets to pull the chicken's head, they get to keep the chicken as a prize. Yeah. It's pretty fucking weird, huh?
Sounds really psychotic.
Yeah, bro, they just... Like I said, there's a pole. They tie up the chicken to the pole with a string.
So you basically torture a chicken.
Yeah. They just do it out of pure entertainment. And I told my grandma, I was like, and they just do that? They're like, yeah, they just get drunk and that's how they just you just see the guys, usually men that's out there trying to fucking get this chicken's head pulled off his body. That's what they do for Easter over there.
Okay.
Because they don't have Easter. They just call it like I said, the day of whatever the
resurrection.
Yeah. And okay. They have the tradition that they do there. It's pretty crazy, huh?
Yeah.
It's kind of weird
that
you do
up.
that. Like,
on Easter of all days.
Yeah, I know. So
yeah, okay.
it's fun fact out there. I don't know if there's any Hispanics or Mexicans that live in some part of Mexico that they do that, I guess. Because she was also telling me some other stuff that they do with like dolls, like they burn them. They go around asking people for money, and they go ask people for this and that. And then you gotta. So what they do is that also what the story is. They go around the plaza or the neighborhood, and they start asking people for money. They go into stores like, "Hey, is there food or anything you can give us?" So they kind of get like this big basket of goods. And this is kind of separate from the little dolls. And then they put them up on a pole. And on that pole, they also put like car oil. But you got to climb the pole and you get to keep all that prize. Like whether it's money, whatever that they got to basically get. And I believe after that, they get these dolls. And I can make one of you, of whoever. And then they just burn them. And I don't know why. I tried to ask my guy, I was like, why do they do that? It's just entertainment. I was like, that don't sound like.
Sounds like some voodoo shit.
That's what I'm saying.
Whatever,
like, I wouldn't. And they said that they would make dolls of people. I was like, I would not want to be a doll because that sounds like. And it sounds like they're trying to burn the juju out, like
the bad spirits.
From you. I don't need your phone no more if you want to grab it. So, yeah, bro, they just burn dolls, and this is also like on Easter that they did this stuff.
Weird traditions.
Yeah, okay. And it's only like in this town. It's like, Mom, that's weird. So, any Mexicans, if you have any stories like that the Mexican town does or state,
anybody,
like,
anybody that has any weird,
ain't that interesting? How like different places,
ethnicities,
yeah, they just have different traditions about things.
It's really weird.
It's pretty cool though to think about. Not like this one. This one's a little weird, but I'm sure there's other ones that are pretty neat.
Mm-hmm.
But let's get into the sauce, man. UFC 287.
Dope.
You didn't watch? You said Raul Rosas fight.
I didn't watch. I only watched the last two fights because I was asleep.
Okay.
For the first three.
All right. So I mean, I watched the Raul Rosas fight. I thought it was pretty good. No. I'm sorry. I thought the first one was pretty good. Rosas was just trying to wrestle. That's all he was trying to do. That was wrestle.
I feel like that's all he's really good at. Probably.
Yeah, and then this other guy was just, I guess, stronger and knew how to handle, and he was defending the takedowns real good. And then Rosas just kind of got beat round 2 and 3.
Oh, you know what? Well,
what are you gonna say?
I was gonna say I did wake up in time to finish off the fight.
Oh yeah, that was crazy.
That was
We'll get there. So that was Rosas. I think Rosas still has a bright future.
Mm-hmm.
I think he just needs to keep
his experience.
Yeah, and I think he needs to learn a little bit of some stand-up game.
Yeah,
because
can't rely on wrestling.
Wrestling is a really big advantage. It's a big advantage. A lot of people in the UFC don't have really good wrestling, and it's like I said, it's an advantage to have. But also, like, you're just a lot more dangerous when you can strike and wrestle. Like someone like Usman or like Kobe Covington, like Khabib, same way. Like someone that can just strike and wrestle really good. So that was that. You had Kevin Holland and Santiago Ponzinbbio. Kevin Holland TKO'd this guy.
That surprised me.
It did surprise me, but and there was like Santiago was a little iffy about the stoppage.
Yeah,
but it's a really good stoppage though. He fell face first.
Yeah, and
he didn't know where he was at, and Holland got one good lick off of him before they stopped the fight. But that fight was a little boring, to be honest. It was very technical, I could tell. And
I'm happy for Kevin Holland.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
He's been on a losing streak,
so yeah, he did pretty good, pretty impressive from him. And like I said, Santiago was no scum. He was a pretty strong opponent. So it was a good dub for Kevin Holland. And then after that, we had that Font and Yanez fight, and that was a good fight, bro.
Yeah, that was. I woke up for the end of it. I just saw basically
him get knocked out
that round.
Bro, and he got lights out.
It was a good ass knockout. I think the first 3 fights, all the underdogs won.
I don't know.
I think I know Raul was the favorite.
Mm-hmm.
I know Yanez was the favorite.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't know about the Holland fight, but I'm pretty sure Holland was not the favorite.
I don't think he was.
So all the 3 underdogs won the first,
and we got all those wrong.
Oh, everyone, yeah.
And like I said, Font. His knockout was insane, bro. Just caught him coming in, and that boy was just seeing stars. And then he started getting slammed on the ground, and the ref stopped the fight. And again, Yanez was a little upset about the stoppage, but I was like, bro, he was out.
He was out. It was a good ass knockout.
So, And then the main topics or the main
event.
No, we're not there yet. Like the main fight. This is the co-main, the Jorge Masvidal and Gilbert Burns.
Yeah.
You saw the whole fight?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll talk about the fight itself first. Overall, I thought the fight was a little boring.
I thought it was boring as well.
Yeah, I thought it was really boring. Not really boring. I just thought it was boring. I caught myself talking, looking here and there,
being distracted.
Yeah, during the fight. So I was a little like, I wish it wasn't like that. I was when I see both guys come out, they do their walkout, I kind of just get a good look at them. I know I'm not a fucking mind reader or whatever, but I just want to see how they look, how the energy is within them, how they take in the crowd. And when I seen Jorge come out, the first thing I thought about, I was like, he knows this is his last fight.
Yeah,
that's what I thought.
I think I mentioned this before the fight even happened. I was like, I think he's just his focus isn't on fighting anymore. I think he's done. So I knew he was going to lose. He had a losing mentality whether he knew it or not.
And but overall, like the fight itself, like what stood out to you both ways, and what you think about the fight? Like I want to know what you really just in detail, not just like I was boring.
Well, I was kind of like you. I mean, I was in and out of the fight. It was just kind of a boring fight. I expected both of them to go more for knockouts.
What did you think about Gilbert Burns landing those like good shots in the second and third? There's a few shots where you saw Jorge was in trouble. He was just a little wobbly.
Yeah, I mean, I expected it. Like, that fight to me was just boring. I don't think.
Yeah, no, I understand. I got you.
So I was not.
Yeah.
Like some of those fights, you're like the whole time you're like you want to see everything that happens, and the hype to it. I wanted to see everything that happened. Then once the fight started, I was like distracted. I swiped up, checked my notifications. Like I wasn't in the fight.
Yeah. First round, hella boring. Gilbert tried to. I was surprised how many times Gilbert tried to take this fight to the ground. I don't know why he tried to do that. I don't know if he knew that Jorge is just not good on the ground, or he just knew like it was better for him.
Yeah, he's so much bigger.
And I was just like, I thought he was going to scrap, which he ended up doing a little bit in the second, especially on the third round. You seen him catch Jorge, and the reason why I asked you about those punches is because that was the first time I ever seen Jorge in trouble, like where he was getting hit so cleanly.
His past knockouts have just been like one fucking.
Well, it was just that one, but I don't think besides that one, I don't think he's ever been knocked out. So I was like, damn, it's gonna be crazy to see like a TKO because we've seen him get flatlined, but we never seen him in trouble and then get finished. So I thought that was gonna happen, and vice versa. I don't know if Gilbert Burns. I understand it's the last round, and everything, and he was probably. I know he wasn't headhunting, but I was like, I really just felt like he could have been more aggressive.
Burns?
Like when he was landing those clean shots. But again, I don't know if he was just trying to secure the dub at that point.
Yeah, I think he knew he had it.
Yeah, after those shots, like you got 1 or 2 minutes left on the clock. Like it was pretty obvious that if he kept doing what he was doing, he was going to win the fight no matter what, unless he got knocked out. But I was like, man, like why isn't he going for the finish, or why isn't he trying to finish it? Not overly aggressive, but just keep challenging Jorge on the feet. So, but and the only reason why I bring that up is because as a champ, if you want to fight the champion, like those in my head, those things count. Yeah, like those things count.
Yeah.
And you got to show that you're gonna finish the fight, because if you give somebody a second breath, and someone like Gilbert, he almost had Kamaru Usman knocked out, and Kamaru survived and came back and basically won that fight. So after the fight, I don't know if you've seen any of the post conference stuff.
I didn't.
No?
Oh wait, the press conference afterwards.
Yeah,
I just watched Izzy's. That's it.
So after the fight, Gilbert Burns is talking about how Jorge was really slippery, and he said that he definitely like.
I didn't understand what that. Oh, like oil.
Yeah,
like literally slippery.
Well, yeah, he was slippery. Like he's like, yeah, he definitely did something. He's like, he's an old like something. He's been in the game for a long time. They know these tricks. So the trick is, and he explained it. He's like you put lotion in your body, like a lot of lotion, and then you shower, and then you do that for every 3 hours. I don't know how many times you do it, but every 3 hours you put lotion and you get in the shower. For when you start to sweat, you'll sweat like lotion, and you'll be slippery. He's like, I couldn't get a hold of him. The punches would slip when I would try to grab him, just slippery. He was just so slippery.
That's smart.
Yeah, but it's illegal. So
there's no way to prove it, probably.
Yeah, there's not. But so he was saying that, and he was explaining that, and I was like, wow, that's really interesting. And another thing he said that was he was demanding a title shot. I don't know if you saw that.
Gilbert, I saw that.
Yeah, he's like I fight everybody, anybody, any place, whatever. Yeah. And I was like, I think it's my turn for a title shot, and I think I'm next. He's like, I think I should be the backup fighter when Kobe and Leon fight.
I agree.
I
think he should have the title shot.
I think so too.
After that fight. But Dana, I don't know if you saw the pre-fight conference, but Dana made it pretty clear that Colby's next. Yeah. Even with the fighter sitting right there. You know, they were booing Dana White.
Did you see I guess that's done with the Gilbert fight. I don't think anything else I was going to say, but hopefully he gets his title shot.
Oh, Jorge retired.
Oh, well, last night.
Which everybody knew was happening.
Yeah, we weren't surprised. I would say, what do you think about his career? But we did that last episode, what we thought about his career. Yeah. But you know what? I saw something on the internet that was pretty viral that annoyed me. What? They were like, okay, now it was a picture of Jorge. It was on Twitter. And it was like, now there's a picture of, Jorge Masvidal. He's like, now that he retired, let's accept that he really wasn't that good. And he had like millions of views, bro, and retweets. And like and I was like, we said this and we got hate for it. Yeah. You know, but
I don't think he's a bad fighter. I just think his hype was way. I don't think he's that good. I think he's a subpar fighter.
And something that Dana was talking about when he was talking, he said in the press conference, like he's like that flying knee changed his whole career.
The moment that happened, like Jorge has been bragging that he's such a big pay-per-view draw, all these things. I'm like, dude, nobody knew you. Like everybody knew you. Yeah. But you weren't something that people talked about until you hit Ben Askren with that flying knee. That changed your whole entire life. Yeah. You're a 17 fight loser. Yeah. You've lost 17 fights, bro.
Yeah. But and not to, I guess like we kind of already did enough hate on Jorge, so we don't.
Which I love Jorge. Yeah. I just don't think he's a great
fighter. Yeah. But what I'm trying to get to is that Dana White said like, that flying knee changed everything, and it did. And one thing that we both have to acknowledge is that he took that and ran with it as much as he could, and he drained out all the money in the pay-per-view and the fights that he could out of that flying knee. Yeah. You got to give him that, because can you imagine there's a lot of fighters that get out the opportunity and they just don't do nothing with it. Yeah. He got the flying knee and then he got paid, bro. Yeah. And it's annoying because we both, and not annoying, but we both know like he's not that great. But is he a good draw for pay-per-views? And I was like, well, that flying knee, that's why people loved him. Yeah. That's why he became so popular in the sport, was because of the flying knee. So, yeah, and Dana White was saying the same thing, just kind of like kudos to him for that. And he did like, he got his moment and he took it and he ran with it, and now he's making money like he says. And I was like, that's true. Yeah. So absolutely. I really hope he does good in his promotion.
He will. And it's already doing good.
Yeah. And I hope he sticks by that and does good, really. Yeah. I wish him well. Absolutely. I really wish we would have got to see him fight Kobe when he was like in a better condition, I think.
I don't think it would have mattered. But
I think so. Do you think he goes in the Hall of Fame? That's a good one. If he gets Dana White privilege, he goes to the Hall of Fame.
I don't think so.
But does he deserve to be?
I think
cultural. But think about it. His cultural effect.
He'll go to the Hall of Fame
because it's just like he was a cultural fighter
icon. Miami, Mexicans.
Yeah, Cuban. He was Cuban.
He won't. Yeah, he'll go to the Hall of Fame. I don't think he deserves it as far as his
skill wise set. But
he will go
for the name and for what he's done for the sport. Yeah,
yeah. Because at the end of the day, UFC is a business.
Yeah.
So,
so like we both said, he'll go down to the Hall of Fame. But not because of skills, but also too just cultural wise and how much people supported him.
Yeah, absolutely.
But let's get into the main event.
The main event.
Okay, we're gonna watch this knockout real quick. But last fight, it ended almost the same way this one ended.
No.
Yes, it did. Because it didn't. He got pushed to the fence. He got hit.
In that way. Okay. Yeah.
I'm going to Izzy you. I'm going to Izzy you, bro. I'm going to hit you right in your temple.
I live in Waco. Not in Temple.
Shut the fuck up. Anyways, like I said, it ended the same way because Alex Pereira Well, first of all, he kept hitting the legs, bro. And that was like, this fight's going to end the same way the last one did. That was my opinion. Because then towards the end, you see Izzy's legs, he get hit, and he just start, like, you feel him. And I was like, damn.
I think a lot of that was, he was acting.
You think so? He said a little bit at the pro sky he was playing possum.
I think so.
I'm curious to know how much possum he was, like, how much of it was it really?
I think he planned that.
I'm sure he had to. Like, he had to plan some of it. But anyway,
he knew Alex was going to try to take out his legs like last time.
But, I mean, he landed some of them.
No, they were good kicks, but I don't think they did as much damage as he was making it seem.
Yeah, that's true. So, yeah, he gets pushed back to the cage, and, bro, you kind of, I don't know if you knew this, but I knew that the right hand was going to be the one to get him if he was to get him. Because
I didn't.
You know how last time he kind of used the left and then caught him with the right and then hit him with the right again?
But when he almost knocked him out?
Yeah. It was very similar. Like, the sequence was very similar. There was it was a similar fight, bro. And, I mean, we'll watch it, and then we'll just talk about the knockout itself, bro. The way he celebrated with the
3 arrows.
They said that he didn't intentionally do that.
I don't think he did.
You think he did?
I don't think he did.
Oh, no, yeah. Cause
I think it was just coincidental.
Yeah. Because people were saying, like, damn, like 3 arrows because he finished him 3 times. Something like that.
I don't think so.
But when you saw the knockout, like, what was your reaction? I know you said something about your phone, but kind of walk me.
I mean, so I was watching the fight. I was outside.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you can see, but my camera, I threw my phone like as hard as I could up in the sky. I was like, fucking Izzy won. Ah! And I just got hype as shit. And then threw my phone up in the sky. My camera's cracked.
When did you notice it was cracked? Like right away?
No, not till this morning.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Because I looked at my phone for cracks, but you don't really look for the camera until this morning. I just saw. I was like, oh fuck.
Damn.
But dude, I was like, I've reacted to him winning more than I did to like Conor winning any fight, which he's my favorite fighter. But Izzy came into this fight 0-3.
Well, yeah, bro, you got to think about.
But he was the better man in every single fight, and I knew that he was going to win this fight. His confidence was outrageous for this fight, and he even told, I don't know if you saw, he told what's that guy's name?
He's a receiver, right?
Yeah,
Brandon Marshall.
Brandon Marshall. He was like, "How much would you bet on yourself to win this fight?" Izzy was like, "I would bet my life on it."
Damn.
And Brandon Marshall was like, "Okay, I got $100K on it."
Yeah.
And then right then I was like, bro, he's telling his friends like he would bet his life on it. Like he's not losing this fight. I don't give a fuck. He's not losing this fight.
Yeah. It's crazy, bro.
And I did predict him to win by knockout in the first 3 rounds.
Yeah, you didn't even know though, bitch.
But I didn't know I predicted that. And I think it's because I didn't really expect that to happen.
Yeah.
I thought, honestly, I thought the knockout would happen because I knew it had to happen for Izzy's sake. My bad. But luckily it was empty. But it was still so surprising to see because Alex Pereira last match proved his chin was unbelievably strong.
He's been knocked out like that. I don't think he's ever happened to him.
I don't think so.
But he's been, I believe, TKO'd and finished a few times. Yeah. Not many, but very little.
He's I think he moves up though, weight class.
We'll get there.
Yeah.
And then, but same reaction when Izzy won. I was just like in awe because before the fight, I was just thinking, I was like, bro, this has to be Izzy's best performance of his life. It has to be
one of them.
It has and I was saying that before. I was like, if he wants to win this fight, it has to be his best performance. I was like, this guy has beat him up 3 times. I was like, and this is,
knocked him out twice.
Knocked him out twice, and then in the mindset of Izzy, that everything that's putting in his head, I was like, if he's believing all this stuff, like he's on a different level, like just mind wise. I don't, like I said, he's showing a certain person and persona online, but I was like, if whatever he's saying, all of it's in his head, he believes it. Like, the only way you beat Alex Pereira is by Izzy performing the best way possible. And like I said, when he beat Paulo Costa, you seen that, like, just that magical, like just right hand, bro. Snappy right hand, bro. And he always be catching motherfuckers right there. Right on the temple, bro. He did the same thing with Paulo Costa, and then he did the same thing with Alex Pereira. And like I said, it was very similar from the first fight. At the end, he fucking shows that left a little bit. This one, I don't think he showed it. Or he did show it. He showed the left. He kind of like did like this. And then next to you, he just snaps that right hand, and then he does it again, bro. And like it was so fast, and bro, I can't just imagine getting hit fast right here, just lights out, bro.
No.
So I was just like, bro, no one's gonna beat you. Ever. No.
He's not losing again.
And I want now, like towards the end, a little bit what happens for both of them next. I really hope because it really just depends on Alex Pereira right now. Izzy's going to continue on and just probably beat everyone or run through laps, or we'll see what he does. But he's going to stay champ for a while again.
You think Pereira asked for a rematch immediate?
I don't know. I think both of them know they don't probably want to fight each other again.
Not right now.
Yeah. They're like, let's just fucking take a break. And I think, like what you were going to say, Alex Pereira is going to move up.
Yeah, I think he moves up to light heavyweight.
And Dana White was talking about it. They're like, I think he's going to move up. Izzy says
he fights at 220.
Yeah. And I was like, Izzy was talking about him moving up. I was like, I think Alex Pereira probably told some people like backstage or after the fight, because him and Izzy were talking in the backstage after the fight.
Yeah, he said they're cool.
Yeah, which was badass. But I was like, I'm pretty sure Alex either told Izzy like something like, all respect, and it was probably like, yeah, I'm probably just going to go to 205, bro. Like, I can't do the weight cuts no more.
Yeah, I mean.
And I'm probably sure Dana White, he probably told Dana like, yeah, man, like, that's probably just going to be my last one here if I lose. And even if he won, he probably still would have went up.
I saw that the day before the fight, he weighed at 209, and he cut like 20 pounds.
Dana White said that an hour before the official weigh-in, he was 2 pounds heavy still. So he had to lose 2 pounds in an hour.
That is crazy, bro. But I also saw that he fights on fight night. Yeah. He's 220. That's what he fights at, which is fucking insane. Because Izzy's probably 195.
He's probably like 200.
You think so?
Yeah.
195, 200.
Yeah.
But still, 20 pounds is a lot, bro. So I think he moves up to light heavyweight, and I think it's more...
Not even 20 pounds. It's like 35.
Yeah. But I think it's more comfortable for him.
Yeah. And I think either way, he's still a fucking threat.
Oh, he'll be a threat in the division he's in, because he's so big and his frame is so...
Him versus... I know that his wrestling's not good, and but if he figures out the wrestling thing, bro, I think him and Chimaev would be crazy. I think him and the guy with the bun... I know he doesn't do his hair like that no more, but you know what I'm talking about?
Jury?
Jury Proseca or something like that.
Yeah.
Jamal Hill's the champion right now, and I think that would be a good matchup too. And
those are... Is that heavyweight?
No, that's light heavyweight.
Is it? Oh, okay.
So I think that would be...
because John Jones is heavyweight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that would be crazy. That would be good for Alex. And I mean, he's big, so he won't be cutting as much weight. But I mean, he is fighting with bigger guys, so it has to be a challenge. And his wrestling just has to get better. I know there was zero wrestling, but it just has to get better. That's it.
For sure. Because he's not Izzy.
Yeah.
Izzy doesn't... He's never had a submission in his career.
Yeah.
He's not a wrestler, but... He's so good standing up. Yeah. He doesn't have to wrestle.
His kick, I'm telling you, bro, I said it last episode, his kickboxing is just, it's good, bro. Like the leg kicks, the jabs, he's so good on the ground.
Yeah.
But I mean, he has no ground game. So
pretty good ground defense though.
Yeah, because yesterday he was doing pretty good too. But and now Izzy, I mean, what do you think he does now, bro?
I think he sweeps through the division again.
Yeah.
That's it.
I'm sure. But I'm like, damn, like he kind of had a little break, and then he had to deal with Alex, and then he handled Alex, and now, like, I don't know, bro. Yeah. Like, I can't think of anything for Izzy.
There's nothing left for him to prove.
Yeah, like
he's the best in the division. I think Whitaker gets another shot. I think Chimaev gets a shot. I think Paulo Costa gets another shot. I think these guys get another shot, but I don't see anybody
beating them.
Yeah,
I don't know, man.
Maybe Gilbert Burns moves up.
I doubt it. He's not that big. Imagine Gilbert Burns fighting Izzy. Izzy's too big.
Yeah, I mean, but you never know.
That's true.
I was just saying, like, maybe.
Yeah.
Because Gilbert Burns has a good frame. He could move. He could get that weight.
Yeah.
I just don't know if he could fight it that weight, but he could get to that weight easy. Israel mocking.
Oh, the kid,
Alex's kid.
Yeah. You know the backstory, right? You saw it. Yeah.
Because the kid when Izzy got knocked out.
Did you see the video?
His kid came over and laid beside him. Or something.
Did you see the video?
I didn't.
I saw it. The kid's like a little hoe ass, bro. He just drops like, you know.
Then he pointed at his kid. He said,
I thought that was kind of funny.
It was cold.
Yeah,
I liked it.
It's pure entertainment.
Yeah, it's just he said there was no like hard feelings or bad blood. Everything was cool, but you know, when you just pull that off, knock him out. Yeah, like you're at an all time high, bro. You want to like.
He was drinking the post fight too. That was so cool.
Yeah, he said, "I'm drinking."
Like, he was just enjoying it, and I was like, I was so happy for him, bro.
I was so happy for him, bro. I love Izzy. He's next to Conor, bro. Izzy is like, my all time favorite fighter.
Yeah, I love Izzy too, bro. I'm a big fan, but like I said, also too, like I like to keep it real, you know, with myself and what I like to. Like with these fighters, like there was a good chance that Alex was going to go in there and get the KO. He was doing exactly the same thing. Yeah. And I really thought if it was going to go to distance, bro, I felt like Izzy was going to get caught. There was a few times that Izzy was in trouble in that fight, and I was just like, you know, Izzy was finding the answers. He did that last fight. I was like, let's see how long he can keep doing this. And I think Izzy just didn't hold back, and I feel like he held it back at the last fight. And then this one, bro, he just really...
He was aggressive.
He reached that whole... I think personally he also know that he reached like a different level of how good he is. Yeah. Like he got tested, and then he got stopped, and he's like, I got to get better. Yeah. And man, he fucking got better. It's just so cool to see that shit, bro. And like you see somebody lose, and then he comes back and wins like that.
3 times, bro. Got knocked out twice. Yeah. And you overcome that mindset and come back and knock him the fuck out, bro.
So cool.
And he even said, what if I butcher this guy? Yeah. What if I do it better than he's ever done? And he did. He knocked him out in 2 fucking rounds.
Did you see Bell Muhammad wearing a Kobe shirt at the fight? He was wearing a Kobe Covington shirt, and Kobe, when he fought Usman, he was all bleeding and his jaw was broken, just like taunting Kobe, even though he wasn't there. But you know, still, I think him and Gilbert Burns should fight next. You know who Bell Muhammad is, right? Yeah, yeah. Okay,
he's a bad man.
He is a bad man. That division, so
it's
nice.
Stacked, bro. Yeah, it's nice. Crazy how good that division is.
Next week, you said you were gonna take care of the episode on Thursday.
I'm taking control.
All right, we're gonna see. Hopefully, we get a good episode. But I hope you guys enjoyed this recap. I hope you guys enjoyed the recap. I really hope you guys have a good week. I hope you had a great Easter if you celebrated it, and have a good week. Thank you guys for the views. Thank you guys for the shares. Everything, we do appreciate it so much. It means a lot to us. And I'll see you guys on the next one.
Tune in Friday.